What up gamers, Fencer here, and welcome back to Plane. So last time we played as Bulldog and Skipper, and in this video I think we're about to finish things off here with Echo and the other character that seems to be locked it away, which I guess we'll unlock after Echo here, will be Ripslingers. So yeah, here we go, Echo. Yeah, we get to play as a Jetman. I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, look at the two jets over here. That's interesting because I think before, like in the other characters, they would only show like their own character in the loading screen.
By the looks of this snapshot of the Fleisenhauer, seems you fellas got a story to tell me.
But there's like
Yes,
multiple
sir.
characters in that
This
loading
fine
screen.
vessel got himself
Oh
into
my
a
gosh, to
bit of a
carry your
jam.
eyes.
Affirmative. Fleisenhauer was blocked in by icebergs on every side.
That is till Bravo and I flew in to help.
Catch me up, boys. How'd you help the Fleisenhauer?
Echo, we have received
Oh, here we
orders.
go. This is fun.
Roger that, Bravo. Reading you 5. Go ahead.
Echo, you need to retrieve a device called a sonic icebreaker, so you can bust through all that ice.
Wilco, looking for the icebreaker now. See you on the other side.
Okay, here we go.
Echo to Bravo. Echo to Bravo. I have the sonic icebreaker. Moving on to blasting icebergs.
Roger that, Echo. You are cleared for a maneuver.
All right, we'll do. But yeah, I guess since we're about to finish things
Keep up
off
the great
here,
work, Echo.
Gotcha. Got it.
I can like maybe give my thoughts and review on this game.
Oh yeah.
I do think this game is more on the, I guess the basic
Target
side of
eliminated.
things. Like
Nice work, Echo.
it does feel like it kind of like just does the very bare minimum to, I guess, make this play or make this game like play in a, I guess, playable state. But I guess in a way you can say that it's one of those games where, you know, it's mainly just for, you know, just to make maybe, like back in the day, maybe just make extra money. Which I'm sure like maybe the first couple of car games
Keep up the
were
great work, Echo.
as well. But I do feel like the Cars games, at least especially the first one, man, the first game,
All icebergs down. The Fleisenhauer's
they feel a bit
path is
more,
clear.
I guess, fleshed out and a bit
Nice
more
flying
like
out there,
content
Echo.
heavy
We're
in a
not
way.
out of the chill yet, though. Head over to the lighthouse. It's a little too frosty over there.
Roger that. Echo out.
Alright. But yeah, that's just what it feels like to me. Where this game, you know, it's kind of like the old school days of like when you see like movies turn into video games. There we go.
The icebergs are clear.
Or you know,
Bravo
back
to
then I would
Echo.
say the movie,
Don't cool your burners
turned
yet,
video
partner.
games, they weren't
You're gonna
really,
have to guide us out of here. Can't have a scratch.
I guess,
on
given
this
much thought,
Roger that.
in my opinion.
How should I
It's like
proceed?
It's
what
a
I kind of
simple
noticed
grab and drop.
sometimes.
Pick up those buoys
I think maybe
and
there's
land
only
them
a
on
few
path we
games
can
that really
navigate.
Roger that.
got
I'll lay it
popular.
out for you, clean
I
and
think
clear.
what comes to
Time
mind
to
would be
finish
something
this.
like the
Just
Batman
got to locate a
Arkham
magnet to
Asylum
bag those
games,
buoys.
or the Arkham games in general.
Magnet acquired.
And that's just from what I've
Moving
heard.
on
I
to the
never
next
played
phase
those
of
games, but
operation.
that was like really the only game
Nice going, Echo. Now
like
get
going from
those
movie or
buoys
comic
placed
to
so we
video
can say
game
goodbye to this ice
that
bath.
seemed to be like very popular back then. That was seen as like, you know, a big thing.
Buoy location confirmed. Great work, Echo.
But yeah, it does feel like with this game, it does just only the very bare minimum. Like, you know, yeah, it is just like maybe possibly just advertising or just to make, you know, a bit more cash is what I would say. I don't know, that sounds kind of mean.
Buoy sighted.
The thing is,
Nice
like, I think the
placement.
game is still fun and playable. At the very least, they have that. Like, I think for this would definitely be good for just having the, you know, some kids to play, like a kid's first like plane game,
Buoy
and
location
then yeah, maybe one day
confirmed.
they'll move on to like
Great work,
Battlefield
Echo.
and be a bit more crazy with that. There we go. And yeah, what also feels kind of interesting is that there's no like combat with other planes in this game, which, you know, makes sense. They don't really do that in the movies. Yeah, they don't do that in the movies.
Buoy sighted. Nice placement.
But like, even with Cars, you know, they started to, like in Cars 3 in the game, even if there wasn't any combat in that movie, they still added like weapons. Because, you know, in a way it's It does make things a lot more fun, even if it doesn't make sense. Like, you know, try to go for that trend of like a Mario Kart type game. When, you know, Cars is a very cartoony-like franchise, like with Mario Kart. But this year is definitely feels more of like just, you know, going through these different planes and doing like chores and stuff. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me with this game.
Echo to Bravo. Come in, Bravo. All buoys are planted. You should have
Like, I feel
clear
like the only
waters
story that
ahead.
felt kind of fun was the
So we
Was he
used the
Shawnee? 'Cause
buoys
he just
to
hear
guide the Fleisenhauer
Ripslinger
out of that forest of ice
just
castles.
being a menace.
Without a scratch.
You
To the
sure
world
you
and
didn't embellish
to
things
people.
a little in that retelling?
Negative, sir. It was as frosty out there as I've ever seen.
I don't know about that, Echo. The captain got pretty frosty the last time he went flat-hatting.
And like, I do think some of the objectives too, like they feel very, very repetitive. Like right now, we just like picked up the buoys, but it's pretty much like, you know, very similar to like just delivering those forklifts to places. Wait, there's definitely like a lot of repetitiveness to this game. Only like maybe a few, I guess, original or unique task, like making those forklifts fly. I think that's probably the most unique one out of all the tasks that we just did.
Take a gander at this landscape, boys.
And also,
Remember this?
Affirmative,
yeah,
Skipper.
I do remember
The
this
Ringer
because I
course,
guess that's my
sir.
next point.
Notched on the wing of every
I
plane
feel like
who's
there's like a
flown it.
small
Roger that. No
amount
new
of
flyer
maps that
can
we always
join
go
the
back
Jolly
to, like
Ranchers
always
till
back
they've
and forth.
passed the Ringer.
And the way I remember things, Echo here barely
Like with that
made it
first
to the
map, I think
finish
that
line.
was new.
I think you might have cracked
But I feel
something
like for
in
the
all
most
that
part in
ice,
these stories,
Bravo.
we
I
just,
remember it pretty differently.
I don't know, maybe get like one new map per character maybe.
I've been cleared for the first Ringer
And
challenge.
so yeah, we just
Fly
pretty
through
much
and
end
break
up
as many targets as I can before the clock runs out. Time to
revisiting a
split
lot of these
style.
places.
Oh no!
But yeah, I know I'm like being very negative about this game, but I don't think like I think ultimately it doesn't really matter because I think this is definitely more targeted for kids and stuff. Like it's definitely not meant for big boys like me. Wait, hold on, let me go back. Did I miss one? Like, definitely this game is not really meant for. I guess, you know, the target
Those
audience
targets
is
have
not
been
really
prepped
for,
themselves.
you know, more advanced players, I guess, like me. And you know, that's not to say that this game doesn't have any challenge. I think when it comes to just, you know, the normal difficulty of the game, like just what it takes to achieve and progress the game normally, you know, it is definitely meant more on the easier side of things because yeah, it is meant for kids. But it can be challenging if you want to go there. There we go.
Time
Nice.
to show them what I got.
Let's go for this path now. And yeah, we gotta do this. Yeah, now I know how to do that. Nice.
Oh yeah, that challenge was a piece of cake. Combat Simulator is up. Target to acquire is a paint gun.
And yeah, I guess when it comes to what I expect from this game,
Oh yeah, paint gun.
I
locked
feel like
and
if it
loaded.
were to reflect like the movie,
Now to paint myself.
I feel like there should have been a bit more races, right?
Bingo.
He just doesn't care.
Target acquired and decorated.
It's just, you know, he just got painted, that's all. That's all there is to it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now we got one over there.
Got it.
Yeah, it seems like it does auto lock. Whenever you see the green, that means you just auto aim.
Bingo.
There we go. It just like homes in on the
Because you're about to get painted.
plane.
Oh yeah. Final target redesign. Looking good, guys. Actually, it's quite an improvement. Phew. I can do this. The final challenge starts the second I pick up the flare launcher.
Alright, we'll do. Let's go pick that up. And yeah, this game is also just like really short. As well, it seems.
Flare launcher acquired.
I guess, you know,
I've
so
got the
far,
flare
like,
launcher. Now to find the
each video
piggies
has
and
been
mark their
maybe
position.
around 40 minutes or less, right? The Lost Pities. Like, I think, like, the previous
set off the
two
flares,
videos were
and
like
win the
37
challenge.
and 36,
Simple
I
enough.
think. The first, I think, was around 40, so... where they at? Over there, I see. So if I had to guess, maybe like if you just play through the game for the objectives only, like me, it'll just take like around like maybe 2.5 hours to 3 hours maybe to play throughout the game. But yeah, definitely it's on the shorter side. Like I would probably just get it whenever it's on a sale. What's over here? But for me, I'm playing it on a free trial. Well, I guess somewhat free trial with Amazon Luna. I was on a free trial, and I was about to cancel it afterwards, but then I got a deal for like $1 on Amazon Luna. Wait, that's what I'm playing this on right now. Forgot to say, that's why at some parts the game was lagging for me because, you know, maybe the internet was kind of spotty. There we go.
You hit 8 Oscar Zulu. Done and done. Great job, Echo.
Booyah! I blazed through that course. The next quart of oil's gonna taste like victory.
You made the jump.
Thanks. I'm happy I...
Wait a second, are you saying you beat my time? Great, now I gotta take the ringer course all over again.
Duh. Satisfying laughed. Yeah, there's not really much like story to this game. I think it is just like Skipper and his two pals just commentating about people's lives and stuff in the photos that they have. Alright, next one, Icebreakers. Well, yeah, definitely recommend this game if like if you just want to experience like a plane game for the first time. You want to take it on easy mode? I think this game is the way to go.
Hey, Skipper. Did we ever tell you about the time Bravo and I got to race in our very own
Like,
wings
yeah, if you don't
around the
feel like
globe
just going
ride?
straight into
Really?
like a
How'd
more
that
realistic
happen?
game,
Well,
like
they were
Battlefield
about
or
to cancel
whatever,
the race
with like
because all the
combats and you gotta
checkpoints
aim
were
around.
frozen due to an ice storm.
So Echo and I were called in to de-ice the gates and save
Or I
the
guess one of
rally.
those, wasn't there like those Ace Combat games? I've seen them around. Or those like,
My
Like
very
dogfighting
own
games,
wings
like with the
around
jet fighting
globe
games?
race. Just gotta break the ice and clean up those checkpoints. Oh yeah. Am I good or am I good?
oh dang, you gotta like shoot and
Bullseye.
go through the checkpoints.
Oh yeah. Booyah! That one is clear. Gotcha. Bingo.
There we go.
Bullseye. Am I good or am I good? Yes. Oh yeah.
You know, I feel like if they wanted to add some plane combat, like I kind of forgot, didn't
One more down.
wasn't Skipper like part of the war or something?
Gotcha.
They could have like maybe made it
Yes.
like based on that. Like the war came back for some reason.
Bingo. Oh yeah.
Because I think in a movie, like,
Am I good or am I good?
you know, he's a Skipper was like in the war.
Gotcha. Oh
I think that's what happened.
Bingo.
Like he was pretty much like a
One more
former
down.
soldier, a former pilot. Well, I guess he's still a pilot if he's a plane. I guess if you're a plane in this
Booyah!
world,
That
are you
one is
just
clear.
you're just always considered a pilot? Because you're just always in an aerial craft, right?
Oh yeah.
You're always in the aerial
One
craft,
more down.
and then the cars, I guess they would just
Yes.
they're just known as drivers, I guess.
Gotcha.
They're always gonna be drivers. They can't be like
Am I good or am I good?
they can't fly planes. They can never be a pilot.
Got it. Bingo.
But yeah, I love like asking those questions. I've always, whenever I do
One more
watch,
down.
reaction to the Cars movies, like people just always like, they always question the logic between, or like on how
So,
like
thanks to
cars,
some fancy flying
how they
on
function.
My part, the rally went ahead right
it's
on.
like how did he use the
Okay,
bathroom
Echo.
or
Know you were impressive.
make
Too bad
babies.
we can't refreeze the gates to give me a chance to beat your time.
Yeah. Too bad.
Okay. There we go. Almost got the max. But I think because I slowed down a bit for the targets, I wasn't able to do it. I was like 3 seconds behind. Yeah, if I went boost all the way, I could have maybe done it, but I also tried to go for the targets too. I'm not sure if they were required. I just wanted to go for it.
I caught wind of a recon mission you boys had that went all sixes
And
and
look at
eights
the
on
volcano
you.
with the clouds up
Care
ahead.
to fill me in?
Well, the orders were simple enough, sir. Launch a few sensors around an active volcano.
Seems straightforward enough. So what happened?
The volcano got a little too active.
Bravo to Echo. I hope you're reading me, Echo. But the Fleisenhauer needs to get in close to that volcano to pick up sensor readings. Problem is, there's a whole bunch of lava blocking the way.
Roger that. A few rounds with the lava rock buster ought to blast that obstruction. I'll clear you a path so the Fleisenhauer can complete its approach.
Sounds like a plan. Get the lava rock buster ASAP. Oh, and steer clear of those flaming fireballs.
Oh boy. Are you supposed to dodge those fireballs?
the
Because like,
Roger that. Now start making pebbles out of those boulders. That volcano
like that'll
is
be kinda
spitting
hard.
fire and aiming for the
it feels kind of like
Fleisenhauer.
random in a way.
Oh yeah! Welcome to Boomtown! Oh yeah!
There's a big one here.
Gotcha! Yes! Got it! Bingo! Yes! Oh yeah! Gotcha!
Yes, there we
Echo
go.
here. Mission update. am
Yeah, I
en
just thought
route
about it
to
too,
retrieve
like,
the magnet I need to
I
pick
guess
up
if,
the
if you want to
sensor.
prepare for something
Roger
like
that, Echo.
Microsoft
Target
Flight
located
Simulator,
in the village.
you could play this game maybe. I don't know how like
Magnet is in the
realistic
village.
that game is. I never played it, but I assume it. You know, there's got to be some level of realism with like the mechanics and stuff, like how you control the planes.
Gotcha.
But definitely with this
You're
game, it does
coming
feel
for
like
a
a,
little
a
trip
baby's
with me.
first plane game.
Okay, Echo. You need to collect and launch the sensors. Use the magnet to grab them.
Come on. With my magnetic personality, those sensors will be coming to me.
But like I said, I know I've been like, for the
Come in,
most part,
Bravo.
negative about
I
this
have a
game.
sensor.
Roger
The thing
that,
is, for
Echo.
me, it doesn't matter.
Telemetry indicates the signal's too weak.
Because like I think in
Launch
the
it
end,
at
it's
the
not really a
target.
game that
Course
was
correction
targeted
noted.
for me.
Commencing launching.
Collect and launch the sensors. Oh shoot. Okay.
Way to go, Flyboy. Now, launch the next one and get out of that firestorm.
Okay, I see. Wait, this game was definitely not meant to be.
Gotcha.
It's not really supposed to be
You're coming
targeted
with
for me.
my analytic
Maybe if
buddy.
I was a kid, I would have loved this game a bit more.
Good show, Echo. Now hurry up and launch the next sensor.
But you know, after
That volcano was belching more
playing
than
so many
bad
games in my
breakthrough.
lifetime. There we
The
go.
sensor is in my possession.
Well, yeah, after playing many games, I could definitely see like
Nice
you know
work, Bubba. Keep launching those sensors so we can get away from
the
this
quality of
lava
this
lamp.
game and like what it offers. There we go. That'd be kind of fun.
Focus, Echo. Fire off those sensors. Look around the
Like if I ever
volcano. There are colored flares to guide you.
if I ever have kids and then want them to be introduced into
Bravo. Come in, Bravo.
the car
The bullseye
universe,
is front and center. I repeat, the bullseye is front and center.
along with like being a gamer,
Roger, Rudolph. Now just follow control.
and I'll just let
bring
them
her
play
in
like
nice
the
and
original
steady.
car
Thanks,
games
buddy.
and this game
That
too.
volcano sure roasted my rudder. See you on
And then I'll
deck.
be a big fan of cars. Okay. I feel like I kind of because of my talking, I felt like I've been Just going through this in the breeze. I've been talking over the story and
Guess you could
stuff.
say there's nothing simple about simple recon missions.
That's the truth, but it sure made for a good story.
And a great party afterward. We were on fire.
Good thing there's an ointment for that.
Rusties. Story of Ripslinger unlocked. Here we go. The last one. Yeah, let's go ahead and just finish off this game. It does feel kind of weird to finish off with Ripslinger because, you know, that's the bad guy.
Those are some pretty amazing stories, Skipper.
Oh, what the
I
heck?
think I understand what you mean now. Even the simplest challenges can help folks out in some pretty incredible ways.
We got more
It's like you
stories.
said, plane
Or
could
like
only
more
fly as
cutscenes.
high
This
as
one's a
his
big one,
team
it seems.
spirit.
You got that right, son.
But sir, how did you get such precise intel on all those missions?
Yeah, you weren't even there for some of them.
Well, looks like I got a few more tales to tell you boys.
Ripslinger?
Maybe this'll clear things up.
What, is Ripslinger going to be like a friend for some reason? On how we got all that intel? I guess we'll see. Yeah, it does feel kind of weird to play as Ripslinger here. Like for the last one? I thought maybe Dusty would be the last one. Because he's the main character. But now we're playing as the bad guy. Alright, here we go. So is this story going to be big? Because it seems like with that last cutscene that we just saw now, it might be more story heavy maybe. I mean, I guess we'll see.
This is Dusty's hometown.
Moo.
Right after this picture was taken, Propwash Junction was in for a whole heap of trouble, courtesy of one very disgruntled plane.
Rip Slinger.
That's right.
You ruined air racing for us real racers, farm boy. Since I'm such a swell guy, I'll return the favor by ruining your town. First, I'll rip through all the billboards with Dusty fertilizing.
Okay, this is
face
fun.
on
I like being the bad guy here now. Don't need to rescue any
That's what
more
it feels
more
like to be
pities and
touched
all
by
that.
Greatness, crop hopper.
Yeah, I mean, we're just being a menace, man. Ripslinger. I can also hear,
Ow! Right in the propeller.
like, I feel like if Roger raised his voice a bit, he can sound like Sonic right now. I guess he sounds like a more deeper sounding Sonic right now.
That's what it feels like to be touched by greatness, crop hopper.
And he needs to like raise his
I'm
voice,
so
and then
sorry I shattered your billboard, Dusty. I thought it was you.
we can maybe hear Sonic. But if you don't know, yeah, Roger Craig Smith, the voice of Sonic right now. Like not from Sonic Prime, but like, you know, in I guess
only one
in most of the
left
video
smiling
games
today is the
for like the
Green
past
Tornado.
decade or so.
What? No billboards left. Consider your face erased.
Yeah, he also voices Ripslinger over here. The plane I'm playing
I'll
as.
go for the 2-for-1 deal. I'll take out the water towers and block up the river with rubble. No water means no harvest. Gotta grab the vortex cannon to knock over these
I can't
towers.
unhear it now. Like he sounds like a deeper voice Sonic, but the way his talk is also kind of funny. Like he's like an evil villain, like a mustache twirling
Oh,
villain.
yeah. This baby will huff and puff and blow those towers down.
All right.
Yes, timber!
I do.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I actually
do
like
that
this.
again with the next piece of rubbish.
I actually like this story here because, you know, for the most part, we've been like the good guys. We've been just doing chores and stuff, or
The
like
green
cleaning up
tornado
places, or
strikes again.
righting wrongs of like what
Now that the
Ripslinger did.
river's filled with debris, it'll have to be cleaned up. That sounds like a job fit for a farm boy. Now to target Propwash Junction's pride and joy. It's cornfields. By going full throttle through those crops, I'll turn them into chopped salad.
So yeah, I guess they do have a purpose in a way. Like they're not just like random tasks. Because I think all this stuff that we're doing right now, like it pretty much sets up like the task of some of the other planes that we play as. Like, are we gonna go to that one place, like, and ruin that place, and then Ishani's gonna be the one to restore it? Wait, what would Ripslinger do this? Because I thought he was like at least a renowned like racer. Like I feel like this might cost him his job. That's some like bad PR here. Like unless he was like kicked out of racing or something, I don't see him doing this.
I'm out of this one tractor town.
I don't really see him doing this. Like I know he doesn't like Dusty, but this is a this is like an actual villain, like a super villain.
Oops! Did I just destroy that entire field of corn? My bad.
It's the way he talks. I'm just imagining Sonic right now. Just thinking that he. I do want to look it up though, because I want to make sure I'm not wrong if that's Roger. Oh wait, go back. Should have done the 180 thing. Let me look it up right now. Just to make sure I'm not wrong if this was Roger or not.
Dust Bucket or any other backwoods wannabe racer what happens when you try to fly out of your league.
Ripslinger flew off, leaving nothing but a debris field of corn crops, billboard scraps, and a dammed-up river.
What? That's it? Ripslinger got away scot-free?
Couldn't anyone stop him?
Don't worry, Dusty came back and righted things. And as for Ripslinger, he eventually got his comeuppance.
Oh yeah, there he is, Roger Craig Smith. Ripslinger. Apparently, I never noticed this, but Brian C. Delaney is also voiced in this game. I don't know who he voiced as, I don't see any credits on IMDb. But he's the one that voiced the male protagonist in Fallout 4. That's the voice that you hear when you play as the player character. Wait, that's interesting. But yeah, it is Roger. It's Sonic Ripslinger. Let's do it.
Rally champion Crop Hopper turns graffiti vandal. Negative, that can't be true.
You're right, Bravo. Dusty's no troublemaker. It was all a hoax orchestrated by Ripslinger.
That lowlife. What'd he do this time?
There we go.
Time to show the world that crop dusters don't belong on the racing circuit. With a little orange paint, I'll look like Dusty, and everyone will blame him for the damage I do.
Oh wow. Find paint cans. Paint cans? What is it down here? Let's just go. Like, I'll just go straight. Oh, there it is. It's just floating in the air. All right.
Gotcha. Just a few more canisters. This paint job has to be spot on if I want my plan to work.
Are we actually going to be painted a different color? Oh shoot! My bad. Thought I was going the right way.
Got one. I think I need more paint. If my disguise isn't perfect, this plan is gonna go down in flames.
Get this.
Gotcha. Just a few more canisters. This paint job has to be spot on if I want my plan to work.
Now where do I go? Oh, to the left? Over there.
Bingo. That should do it. Now to find myself a hideout to get painted. That warehouse I saw earlier should do the trick.
So wait, are we really going to be looking different now? We never really got any paint jobs in this game. Oh wow, yeah, we got a paint job.
Listen, my plan is that I look like Dusty. It's also the worst one. Let's see if you're still the Wings Around the Globe poster playing once they see you tagging your mug everywhere, Crop Hopper. I just gotta get the paint sprayer.
You know, at least with this story, even though it's also just doing the same task, at least the purpose is different. Like it's just kind of funny. It feels fun. But is this really how we're gonna end off the story?
Nice work, Ripsling.
Wow, look at the graffiti.
Dusty.
Wow, look at that. I like how they took the time to even make variations of the paint job. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's probably like a few variations. I'm noticing some repeats, but that's, you know, it's not a big deal. But I do like the variations at least. Yeah, is this really how we're going to like finish off this game? I feel like there's gotta be one more that we unlock.
Yes. Now it's just a matter
It's
of
gonna be for
taking a few
Dusty at least.
incriminating pictures and sending them to the right places.
So like maybe
Got it. It's only a matter of time now, farm boy.
are we a bit too close? My bad. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, it looks like with the picture taking, it just mainly matters on the distance. It doesn't really matter if you actually take a good picture or not. There we go. It doesn't really matter if you take a good picture of the shot. Got grades on that.
Done. Now I got all the proof I need. Better get out of here before the authorities fly by.
Ripslinger sent the picture to the tabloids, which jumped on the story immediately. Once more, he'd caused a lot of trouble for Dusty.
Again? Why didn't anyone stop him?
Yeah, these Ripslinger stories are total downers.
Don't worry, Ripslinger eventually got what he deserved.
Yeah, I feel like there's gotta be an ending where Dusty wins, because so far it's just... Yeah, so far it's just him, like, at the end here, just like, it seems like he's winning. But you know, like Skipper says, he eventually got what he deserved. But yeah, I think now is where the story really picks up for me. For Ripslinger. Well, look at him right now. In a bulldoze.
That is one nasty picture of Ripslinger. He really looks ready for a fight.
Yeah, it looks like he could plow through just about anything.
Ripslinger was so angry when all his plans to ruin Dusty failed, he decided to wreck the entire course for the next Wings Around the Globe rally.
And yeah, I pretty much like...
You're not with me, you're all against me. Good luck racing without a course. I'm gonna smash every checkpoint.
Jeez, I can really hear, Oh, pop the checkpoints, my bad. I got used to just going through them.
Pow! Broken,
Wow, that's so
beaten,
cool,
and
yeah.
scattered to the wind.
I think Ripslinger is my favorite story so far. It's just, it feels like the opposite of the other character stories.
Checkpoints are no match for my new super plow.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this game. I think I've pretty much said everything about my thoughts on it. But not a bad game.
I'm gonna smash this and no one will fix it.
But like, you know, it's... I feel like it's definitely better if this is like maybe one of your first few games that you played in your life.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Like one of the first. And even when you play it, I don't think it's
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
It's a bad game. Like I'm still just enjoying it.
Boom goes the checkpoint.
Like at least with the controls and stuff, I don't think they're bad. Like nothing feels janky that much in this game.
These checkpoints are no match for my new
I feel like the
super
controls and
plow.
everything, the gameplay's been like smooth for the for the most part.
Checkpoint ripped.
But not really much I can say about the game. I guess now we can talk about the movies because I never really talked much about the Planes
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Smash.
I've only seen like maybe a little bits, like what I thought
Checkpoint's
about the
in
first
sight.
two movies.
Time for a full throttle.
I thought the
boom and
first
bust.
movie was pretty mid.
Yes, that's the last one.
I do feel like
Better hurry and
it
get
did
outta
try
here
its
before
best to
somebody sees
copy
me.
the first Cars movie where,
Ripslinger flew
you know,
away
it's this
scot-free.
race, he's got a best
Sir, you
friend,
gotta tell us.
it's a green truck,
When did Ripslinger get what was coming to him?
I'll get there, Echo.
and then his main
Maybe
rival's
even
also
next
green
time.
and also very mean. Which yeah, it's pretty much Ripslinger here. What, is that it? Was that it for Ripslinger here? For this mission? Oh yeah, that was fast, wow. That felt very fast, okay. Gotta go fast. But I do think the second movie, man, the search and rescue one, I thought that was really good. Yeah, I liked that one a lot. I think that one is up there when you watch like the Cars movie, in my opinion. Because it also just shows off like the job of
Sir,
a
Do I know that plane?
search and
looks like
rescue
Dusty,
person,
But something
ranger.
seems a bit off.
Nothing gets past you boys.
And
You're
also
right.
like
That's not
the
Dusty.
dangers of like
It's
stuff like
Ripslinger.
What
you
was
know,
that
maybe
bully
forest
up to?
fires.
And why was he flying under false colors?
By the end of this run, every racer will think Dusty belongs in the dirt back on his farm.
So we're back
Ripslinger
here again.
disguised himself as our pal with the intention of racing dirty. He wanted to turn the other professional racers against Dusty.
Now that's comedy. I should get this on tape.
There we go.
Look at those sitting ducks just waiting to get splattered.
Wait, the second movie, I love a
Dusty
lot.
better
Like
give 'em what they want.
that movie, I would rather like rewatch again over the first one. Even the with Skipper, like he's pretty much the Doc Hudson of this.
Enjoying your flight?
of the-
If
the
you want to
Planes
fill out a comment
universe.
card, the name's Crop Hopper.
Let's go get, I guess, 3 more now.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Now that's comedy. I should get this on
I don't think I
tape.
got him. It seemed like it was homing inside the
The ground that Dusty
tower.
sent ya.
like that hallway area. There we go.
Another victory for Rip Slinger. I mean, Dusty Crop Hopper.
Yes, we are Dusty.
Boom.
To the next objective. And you know, I have heard about a potential third Planes movie. Like you know, I'm not sure if we're really allowed to say it and stuff. So you know, I'll not talk about these specifics about it, but I thought that would be an interesting movie. Like, you know how like movies, they try to like one up themselves when it comes to their stakes. I feel like that
Ripslinger
potential
fled
third
the
Planes
scene.
movie,
Sir, sorry to
if that
interrupt,
is true,
But this is too much. Why didn't anyone stop him?
Yeah, and
like
how did
yeah,
you
like
get all that
literally it
intel
will
on
be
Rip?
out of this
How
world.
did you know all of this?
Okay.
I do feel like it's a
Here's
good
what
step
happened.
up from like the stakes of it, the stakes of like Dusty, like going from those like farm planes to going a bit more on the extreme side of, on like, you know, where no farm plane has ever gone to. But yeah, I really want to talk about it, but you know, in case it's not allowed, I'll just not say
That
much.
Ripslinger really boils my oil. I can't believe nobody stopped him.
Not only did he spoil a race, which is unacceptable behavior, but he permanently wrecked an entire course.
You're right. You're right. But here's the part I left out earlier.
I can't believe I just keep pulling these out. I am pure genius.
This is race official headquarters requesting a rendezvous with Ripslinger. Please reroute and return.
They must miss my beautiful mug.
Ripslinger, you are hereby suspended from the next Wings Around the Globe rally
Dang.
until further notice for conduct unbecoming of a racer.
Yeah, I felt like that would happen.
It was that amateur, farm boy, Crop Hopper.
I don't know why he would
You have no
risk
proof.
that.
Yes,
His
we do.
career.
The course is set up for a televised race. There are cameras everywhere.
Oh wow,
What do you have to say for yourself?
that's how they catch him.
Whoops.
In some ironic way, Ripslinger's plan succeeded. The plane that wasn't worthy of being a pro wasn't allowed to compete in the next race.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Wait, is that really it? Oh no way. He just Okay, I thought Dusty would like fight back somehow, like one final mission. Really, that was it? He just got caught. Like the authorities, the cameras was the one to beat him. Okay. Well, yeah, that was a lot of fun as Ripslinger. I do like him a lot. I think he's my favorite. And also there's that Sonic Roger bias for that. But yeah, I think I've said my part about this game and what I thought about it and the movies and all that stuff. I think I pretty much said everything. But yeah, if there's like another Cars or Planes movie game that, you know, feels as big as this, I would say. I know there's some smaller Cars games that I haven't played yet, but yeah, if there's anything like on a scale of like, you know, this game and other Cars games that I played, I'll definitely play that next time. Because, you know, I always like to visit the Cars universe. Like, it is my favorite, like, Disney, like, series and franchise is the Cars stuff. But yeah, guys, I think I'll just go ahead and end it here. Next time, we'll see. I mean, I'm not sure if they'll do more Cars stuff. I think it's been quiet ever since the third Cars game. Haven't really seen much. Only like with shows like Cars on the Road. But yeah, I think for the most part there hasn't been much on the video game side of things, I think. But yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good